You thought the exposure threats were behind you, but suddenly, the same person resurfaces demanding more money. If you're dealing with a returning scammer, you're experiencing a common pattern of online extortion. The FBI has publicly cautioned that sextortion offenders may come back with additional demands, even after they have already received images or money. In its advisories, the Bureau explains that these perpetrators can retain the material and use it repeatedly as leverage, escalating threats instead of stopping after an initial payment. Escalating demands are not random. They are strategic. Understanding why a blackmailer comes back and what changed is critical to breaking the cycle permanently. In this video, you'll learn why escalating demands are a calculated tactic, how criminals reuse leverage to extract more money, and how to disrupt the blackmail cycle safely and effectively. Why blackmailers reappear. A returning scammer typically comes back for one reason: their leverage still exists. If explicit material, screenshots, or personal data remain in their possession, they believe they still hold power. Escalating demands commonly follow patterns such as prior payment, prolonged engagement, or signs that the victim remains reachable. Criminals track responsiveness. If you previously negotiated or paid, you may be categorized as financially coercible. Even if you did not pay, the scammer may return months later, hoping circumstances have changed. A renewed threat is usually brief and direct, referencing prior content to reignite fear quickly. How a returning scammer reestablishes control. When escalating demands begin again, they often follow recognizable patterns, referencing prior payments, threatening wider distribution than originally stated, using new accounts but attaching old screenshots, creating increased urgency with strict deadlines, introducing higher financial demands than before. A returning scammer relies on psychological shock. The goal is to make you believe the situation has worsened or that you simply have no option but to pay again to protect your privacy. The escalation trap. Escalating demands create the illusion that the threat is intensifying, when in reality the leverage may be identical to the first interaction. The danger lies in the emotional response. Victims often think, if I just pay this final amount, it will finally end. However, repeat payments reinforce the scammer's belief that pressure works. A returning scammer may also test higher amounts to determine your financial threshold. This cycle can repeat multiple times, draining savings and prolonging anxiety. The longer communication continues without structured intervention, the more emboldened the criminal may become. Breaking the escalation pattern. The sooner you disrupt the blackmail cycle, the quicker you can regain control and recover. Consider these recommendations as you plan your next steps. Stop all payments immediately, even if the new demand feels more urgent than before. Preserve every new message, including usernames, timestamps, and payment instructions. Do not react emotionally or negotiate new terms, as engagement reinforces leverage. Avoid instantly blocking the returning scammer, since maintaining limited visibility can help preserve identifying evidence. Strengthen all digital security by updating passwords, enabling multi-factor authentication, and auditing connected accounts. File or update a complaint with the FBI Internet Crime Complaint Center, noting that the scammer has resumed contact. Seek professional cybersecurity guidance for escalating demands to assess exposure risk and implement a coordinated containment strategy. Escalating demands lose much of their power when the payment cycle is broken and evidence is secured. When nothing changed, accept the tactic. If a returning scammer is back asking for more money, understand this. The core leverage likely has not changed. What changed is their attempt to increase financial extraction. Escalating demands are a pressure tactic, not proof of expanded power. By refusing further payments, preserving evidence, and strengthening digital defenses, you disrupt the pattern and reduce long-term risk. Our team specializes in repeat extortion cases where criminals attempt multiple rounds of pressure. Using advanced digital tracking methods, threat monitoring systems, and structured response planning, we help people shut down returning scammers and reduce the risk of continued harassment. If you ever fall victim to escalating demands, you can count on the team at Blackmail.HelpLine. Call 888-634-1000 1535 or visit Blackmail.HelpLine.com. Helpful links and resources. To learn more, visit our website at Blackmail.HelpLine.com. The link is in the description below. Feel free to leave a comment with your questions or call us directly at 888-634-1535. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and let us know in the comments if you'd like us to cover more cases like this. See you in the next video.